they are already attracted to each other, and maybe when the case gets more complicated, this relationship starts to rise. What do you do strategically? Your guide clearly focuses on the main plot, the investigation, but what if I choose an alternative approach? What I realize is that while the investigation plot rises, the relationship with the sun falls, the love relationship rises. Do you understand? And we are weaving where the subplots and plots influence one another. If they didn't, they would be parallel plots, which is a completely different structure. Picture having a short film concept where these elements interact. Where you have all these subplots, you have the character's love part, the family part, you have to develop a case. For that case, you have established that there are 10 suspects. Well, if we want to transfer that to a short film, what will inevitably happen to us is to condense a 300-page novel into a 5-page narrative. Consider that when crafting a short film, you have a maximum of 30 minutes to unfold your story and develop the action. That's why short films of 5 or 10 minutes only deal with one plot. And generally that plot doesn't have many characters, nor does it have a great variety of action. Why? Because we don't have enough time. Let's consider an example. True Action, a 4-minute short film by Ozone. This film features 4 friends engaging in a straightforward game of truth or dare, testing each other's courage and honesty with simple challenges. Through the actions, we can see how the characters are. The character who smokes, the character who laughs when given a dare. The 2 teenagers who start competing with each other and start glancing at each other. We know everything through the actions, through the expressions of those actors. What happens at the end of the short? Very simple. The game they are playing, the growing up, because everything related to dare has to do with something sexual, falls on them. One character instructs another to place their hand in their underwear and then smell it, highlighting the game's awkwardness. And when he withdraws his hand, he notices it's drenched in blood. Then comes the realization that this short film features just one pivotal moment, occurring right at its conclusion. Typically, such structure is characteristic of excellent short films. They don't have more than 2 turning points. If I keep thinking about the structure of the short film I'm going to develop, I believe the character's turning point should be tied to an action requiring resolution. To effectively work with a teenager, I'll likely need to conduct research. This approach ensures the character's development is both engaging and authentic. Their world. Above all, I must emphasize that a short film's structure should involve few characters and remain relatively simple. This approach helps maintain clarity and focus in storytelling, and not require much background to develop it. If your ideas demand excessive background for me to grasp the character's context, it might complicate the storytelling process. You will eventually shift to a feature film structure, enduring significant challenges in your efforts to adapt it. The idea is not to adapt, it is to recognize the nature of an idea and protect that nature, not adapt it or try to modify it to fit into something it naturally doesn't. Returning to the project I'm working on, I have already defined some things. I have defined the age of my protagonist. I want him to be 13 years old. I think it's very important that he has to resolve something, and that he has to experience a change when trying to resolve what he is experiencing. That change I will obviously link to the theme I am working on. That is, it has to do with something about his independence. And in trying to resolve something, my protagonist will find himself in peril. For the character to face danger, he must transition from a state of calm to one of peril, ensuring the danger is evident in the short film structure. We need to understand that in a short film, every moment of disruption or pivotal change is crucial for its structure. As previously noted, there's little room for more than 2 significant plot twists or transformations due to the limited time frame. In contrast, a feature film might have 7 or 8 turning points. As we define the turning points of our short film, we must focus on fewer pivotal changes. We must also consider what additional elements are necessary for crafting our outline effectively and comprehensively. And that's what we will see in the next lesson.